Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Zebu Nation. We are back with FC Cincinnati in the 2022 MLS regular season. Now, last episode, you should have seen a thrilling victory in the North American Champions League that has propelled us into the quarterfinal. As you can see right here, we're going to be playing Monterrey. But that is for another day. Today we're going to look at MLS, kind of catch up with the league. We haven't really focused much on the league, so this is sort of like a first quarter review. It's not exactly there. I mean, Chicago is finished with their first quarter. They've already played 7 games, but we've only played 5 games, so it's sort of a mini first quarter. We're going to play a game today. The reason I stopped today is because we've got an interesting game, a game we always like to take a look at year in and year out. But before we get to that game, we're just delaying all kinds of stuff here. Anyway, we're going to look at the table, I guess. Let's look at the table. It's been a weird day. What can I say? All right, so we are in second place in the Eastern Conference. Not too shabby, having only played 5 games. NYC has only played 4 games this season. Only won for them. But we have 4 wins, 0 draws, 1 loss. Total of 12 points, a plus 10 goal differential right there. You can see is the best in the Eastern Conference. In the Western Conference, a bit of an interesting race going on there. They've got a lot of teams who've played 7 games already, and they're all pretty close. Houston, Seattle, LAFC, and surprisingly, Vancouver with 18 points on the season, 6 wins, 1 loss. They are tied with LAFC. So, a lot of teams doing pretty well this early season. Most of them in the Western Conference. As you can see, the Western Conference have the top 4 teams in the league, especially if we go over here, look at the Supporters Shield, the combined records here. Vancouver, LAFC, Seattle, Houston are all top of the Supporters Shield. Next best Eastern Conference teams are Chicago and Cincinnati. So, Western Conference looking strong to start the season. Eastern Conference, maybe not so much, but, a lot of us haven't played 7 games yet. So, there's still some time. Still some time to catch up with that Western Conference. We can take a look at the team stats a little bit. How are we doing? Vancouver, of course, first in the league with 20 goals. Finally getting some goal scoring going on over there in the Great Pacific Northwest, followed by Seattle, Houston. We are in 7th place with 12 goals, tied with LAFC. Most headers completed. Interestingly enough, we're first place, 3 percentage points ahead of Vancouver, so that's a pretty significant lead. Average possession, look at that, 4th in the league. We're possessing the ball a little bit this season. I think that's good. I mean, can show your quality when you're a team that possesses the ball quite a bit. Most tackles won. We've dropped from last year where we were one of the top, I think we were the top tackling team in the league. But anyway, it's early, but we are 8th in the league at 87%. Look at the Red Bulls up there, 91% tackling percentage. That's very efficient. Least concessions, though, this is where we're leading yet again. Even with all of our problems in goalkeeping and defending, we've only allowed 2 goals on the season. However, we've only played 5 games. So we are a little bit, skewed here. So maybe, even if we had played 7 games, we give up a goal a game, we'd still only have 4 goals on the season. So that wouldn't be too bad. Most shutouts tied with Portland and Seattle and LA. So a lot of good defenses going on this season. DC United with 4 shutouts to lead the league. Fouls, most passes. We're 4th in the league in passing. Montreal, number 1 at 83%. Tied, I guess, sort of, with New York Red Bull. Passing and possession's not really our strength, but we're doing better this year. We've got a lot of guys who can pass the ball, a lot of guys who are very familiar with each other and can play with each other very well, complement each other, I think is what I was trying to say. But anyway, It's a bit of a surprise, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Most crosses, we're not crossing the ball in the same way we had before. We don't have Fernando Adi up top. We don't have that confidence to send him the ball, I think. Przbilko is still up there, but he's been in and out of the lineup because we've been focusing on Champions League. And best at hitting the target, we are nowhere on this list. That's not good. We need to be higher. We need to be on this list somewhere. But still, in terms of goals, we've got 12 goals in 5 games. That's not bad, but it can be better. So we need to start getting our shots on target because Lord knows we still take a lot of shots. Okay, squad statistics might be a little bit askew. Take a look. No, is that what I want? No, it's not what I want. Stats is what I want. Competitions, league. Yeah, there we go. Appearances. So, got some interesting names at the top of this list. I really wish these were less finicky. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So, Richie Salvador with 5 appearances. Patrick Lee, Luke White, Santiago Torres. A lot of unfamiliar names unless you watch a lot of our preseason action. Got a lot of youngsters up here at the top of our appearance list. But look at these ratings. I mean, they are crushing it. These youngsters are killing it. Everybody over 7 rating. I mean, look at this. Crispum, 8.07. Luke White, 8.02. The number 1 draft pick for us. I mean, he was 3rd overall, I think. Anyway, top draft pick Luke White is paying off, that's for sure. Nuhu is up there. De Vries, Carlton. A lot of just everybody playing really well. Everybody. I think our lowest rated guy is one of our rookies, Dick Harris. Only played in 2 matches. 6.6 still is not terrible. It's not great by any stretch of the imagination, but I've seen rookies play worse than that. And he's got a bid. He's going to be going out on loan pretty soon, so he's going out to Norway? I don't know. He's going somewhere. He's going some Scandinavian direction. So hopefully, that'll be a level he'll be a little bit more comfortable with, and he can bring that rating up. But anyway, take a look at the schedule. I think this will be a little bit telling here. So we lost that first game. You saw that. We lost that first LAFC game. And since then, we've been on a run. A big run. Look at that. Vancouver. Crushed them. 5-1. Leading scoring team in the league. And we held them to 1 goal and just demolished them. New England, 2-0. Minnesota, 4-0. And it's not like our big guys were playing in these games. Look at this lineup here. Torres, Lee, Kobian, Nuhu, Arsman, Richie Salvador, Crispum, White, De Vries got in there as a substitute, and Hitman up top, because all of our normal starters have been playing Champions League. So the fact that our substitutes, a lot of rookies and a lot of young players who are getting their chance to play, the fact that these guys have come in and just started wiping out the league. There's De Vries. I think he came in on an injury substitution, or maybe he went out on an injury substitution, one of those two. Anyway, there's a terrible turnover. Look at that. The Hitman just turns and fires. $2 million. Well worth it. Well worth it. Torres in there. Richie Salvador to the Arsman. He's looking, and look at that. Not a great shot. All right. So Minnesota didn't play well. we can admit that Minnesota could have played a little better in this game, but still, I mean, you look at the guys who are in this game. There's Crispum, just beats their whole defense. You look at the guys who are in this game, and the fact that we beat them that badly made them look so bad. I mean, they played terrible, but we made them look terrible. I mean, look at these ratings. We took advantage of their awfulness, and we played great. So it's looking pretty strong. I think our, preseason philosophy is kind of paying off a little bit, right? We wanted to have that core starting group ready for Champions League, And then we brought in a bunch of young, talented guys to come play second team for us. And those second teamers have been doing the business. So, the game we wanted to watch, the game we wanted to see, Columbus Crew, rivalry game, State of Ohio, the battle for Ohio. See what Columbus has going on. They got a heck of a goalkeeper here. Kuki Zelazar, designated player, 23-year-old Spaniard. This guy's going to be tough to beat. Valued at $4.1 million. One of their big off-season acquisitions, trying to shore up that defense. Let's do their... Again, I did it. I did it again. He's not their goalkeeper. He's their striker. He is their striker. Can't believe. I got to remember to hit that button. Anyway, he's still pretty good. Everything I said about him still stands. He's just a striker, not a goalkeeper. He's the exact opposite of what he was. Anyway, he's still good. The rest of the team, we're looking a little average here. They got some old veterans on this squad. Zardes is still there. Will Trapp is still there. Nick Hagland holding on at defense. 29 years old now in the year of 2022. So he's he's getting up there as well, but he's still valued pretty high, 1.6 million, making a hefty salary, 169,000. Their goalkeeper is Rafael Garcia, 32-year-old Uruguayan. I don't know. I don't know about this guy. I wouldn't pay this guy $344,000. I'm just saying. Not on my team. 2 stars. Nah, get out of here. So they might actually have some problem at goalkeeper. They might have some problem at defense. I said they needed to perk up their defense, and they didn't quite do that. They did. They do have a 17-year-old in defense right now. Academy player, I would assume. 10 strength, 10 pace. 8 acceleration. I mean, he is a big kid. Jumping reach of 14. Only 9 heading, though. 14 tackling is pretty good. Positioning is good. But still, 17-year-old, I don't know. I don't know. They might have problems in the defense. Callum Elder. Artur is going to have to do the business. Artur is really going to have to play well. Defensive midfielder. One of their better players, especially on defense. Probably 12 marking, 13 tackling. He's a good all-rounder at the defensive midfield. But yeah, they're going to have to score some goals and keep things in the midfield. Because if we get past their midfield, which looks pretty good, honestly, as long as... is Will Trapp still a viable human being? 29 years old? Yeah, he's still pretty decent. He's still, he's good. He's not the greatest defensive player you ever saw, but he can definitely pass, and he can still do everything that he has been doing up to this point in his career. I mean, it's not like he's been a physical marvel or anything like that, even when he was a youngster. So he gets by on his intelligence and leadership and all that stuff, passing, of course. So yeah, Columbus has an interesting team. Are they interesting enough to be a threat? I don't know. We'll see. To me, it doesn't look like it. They got a wild card here up top with Kuki. He could definitely cause us some problems. Look at this guy. He is outrageous. But, we got some surprises of our own. Matches today. Orlando beat Montreal. DC and New York had a draw 2-2. Not so bad. Oh, New York had a send-off there, the 65th minute. So Cincinnati-Columbus is a big game. Chicago-Philadelphia is a big one. Houston-Minnesota, 10th place and 4th place. I don't know about that. But I guess the big game of the day is that Chicago-Philadelphia game, 1st versus 4th. We'll see how that turns out. But let's get to our match preview. We are 5-4 favorites playing away, playing at Mop-Free Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. Only 11,500 tickets sold. They could do a little better when their rivals come to town. I don't think they actually have us listed as their rivals, unfortunately. Let's see. Is it under what? Is it under general? Rivals, Chicago, Toronto, New England. Yeah, we're not even listed as their rivals. That's sad. That's sad. I mean, I guess it's something we have to manufacture. Columbus did not play well last season, 22nd overall in the Supporters' Shield last year. So they got some ground to make up. They're currently in 8th place, but still, it's a rivalry game. We're going to show it 53 degrees and breezy. Potential rain showers. Daniel Redford has only reffed 2 matches on the season, average of 1.5 yellow cards. We'll see how that works out. But yeah, let's get to the game. Let's get to the game. The team selection here. You can see we got a little bit of communication here on the team, but we got some new guys in there as well. Some unfamiliar partnerships. Let's go. Let's get to the match today. All right. Okay, interesting. Got Garcia in goal. Elder, they moved Artur down to central defense for that 17-year-old. Got Mensa back in there. They moved Hagelin out to the right. So they're shuffling their defense here early in the season, trying to find a combination that works, I guess. So they moved Rios down. 6 appearances, 6.70 rating. Trapp and Arthur Wolniak, number 17, 23-year-old. Not particularly thrilled about being in the midfield here. Where is he from? He is from the 2020 Super Draft. So he's been around the team for a couple of seasons. Well, 3 seasons. But this is his first appearance this year, so good on you, young man. Then they got Santos, Zardes, and Kuki up top. He is their highest-rated player at 6.92. 2 goals on the season. Not tremendous production from their number 1 guy. Meanwhile, we have Juve in goal, 22-year-old French phenom. Only 2 concessions on the season. Look at that rating, 7.04. For a goalkeeper, it's really good. Nuhu, Richards, Glad, Blackman taking the captain's armband today. He is the assistant captain this year. 4 appearances, 1 assist. Alashi, Akechi, Harris. Dick Harris is going to get a start at left wing. This will probably be his last assignment with the club before he goes out on loan, so we're going to send him out in style. Crispum, Sonora, and Prisbilko. So we're starting to get a little bit more of our starters. We're starting to move them into the lineup here for MLS for at least a couple of games, and then we'll pull them back out again as we get nearer to the next leg of Champions League. Hand over to the assistant. There we go. He's motivated. What did he say? Yeah, challenge the players to make a point. All right. Prove a point. Whatever. Yeah, I guess this is fine. I don't know that we really need to cover Wolniak that closely. That's fine. All right. Tunnel talk. Let's go. You're in good form while your opponents are not. Do you fear complacency? Send the assistant. That's how complacent we are. Not even going to send the head coach to talk to you. Here we are, mop-free stadium. I think that's like an auto parts provider, mop-free. I don't know. It sounds familiar. I've never looked it up. I just looked at it and said that's weird, and I kind of thought it was about auto parts, but I could be way off base there. Here we go. First highlight, Nuhu. That was not thrilling, but he drops it to Akechi, which is never a bad idea. Always get it to the main man in the middle. Crispum, he's got Alashi wide open, lots of space. Gets it out wide to Sonora, the playmaker. Akechi, let's see if we can work it in. Oh, that was a nice pass. Harris, nowhere to go with it. Columbus is playing pretty tight defense at the moment. Can we break it down with a fullback overlap? There it is. Blackman on the overlap. Sends it in. Harris on the back post. Like I said, we're going to send the young man out in style. Wait a minute. We have the referee going to the TV monitor. Let's check it out. Let's watch Harris. Hang on, hang on. We're going to do it. You know you love it. Telestrator time. Harris down here. You know, he looks onside here. Let's see what he does. Let us see what he does. Play. He's looked onside to me. Yeah, goal stands. Video assistant. That, I'm going to be honest, I don't know that I've seen that very often, where they go to the review and it stands. It's probably not the first time I've seen it, but it's the first time I've really noticed it. So I'm very happy about that. Very happy our rookie gets his goal. Look at that. He's improved his rating up to 7.3. So here's the problem. Here's why I want to send him out and get him more playing time. He's not responding well to training. He's got 14 determination, so that's not the problem. Physically, he's improving, but we don't need him to improve physically. He's already pretty good. 17 pace, 14 agility, 14 acceleration. We need him to improve elsewheres. So maybe some playing time will help him out. All right, Akechi gonna mosey on back to the football. Send it out wide to Senora. See if we can get a second one real quick in the first half. Crispum. Is anybody going wide? No. Nuhu's a little narrow. Not sure I like that. Especially when we're being pressed like this. But Harris has it again. Out wide to Nuhu. Not a great pass, but Nuhu's just going to send it back post. Sonora heads it wide. What are we doing here? Team instructions. All right, we're hitting early crosses. Slightly more direct. I mean, that's fine. Maybe we could ease that back in the second half if nothing else comes of it. You know, we used to hit those early crosses to Adi, and he responded well to those. Maybe Przybylko responds less well to those because he's not as fast as Adi. He still has 14 pace, though. That's good enough. I mean, his attributes are all going in the tank at the moment. I don't like that. But he's still plenty fast enough to hit early crosses. So I don't know what his problem is. It's probably his finishing is still only 10 and his composure is still only 9. So yeah, that's an issue. He's really better as a support target man. A second fiddle up top. That's really where he should be playing, but that's not really our style this season, or this save, really. All right, so we're going to dial it back a little bit. Slightly lower. You know, let's even go balanced. Why not? Go crazy. Go to the dressing room. Don't get complacent out there. There we go. That fired up the boys. Let's go. Second half. I mean, dial it back, but don't get complacent. Mixed messages. I love sending mixed messages at halftime. It really inspires the boys. So Harris is the only one playing well. Oh, here we go. Santos sends one into the goal directly. Not happy about that. There's another one of those goalkeepers hitting a invisible wall here. There's Doof just sort of He dove backwards into the goal. Doof. What a French-sounding name. Anyway, 22 years old. He's got room to get better. He's not currently improving much. His balance is improving a little bit. We are hiring a spectacular new goalkeeping coach. So hopefully that helps him out. I think that'll be like our third goalkeeping coach. But we need a better guy to help him improve more. That's my philosophy here. Because we have so many young goalkeepers on the roster, might as well, right? Okay, so that change we made has not worked, correct? It's done the opposite of work. Let's go back to the more direct passing. Because all we did was drop a goal and then have no highlights since we dropped back. So we're going on the attack now. Okay, Przbilko's not playing well. We're going to make that sub. We're bringing the hitman in. We're going to change our offense up a little bit. Switch from target man to advanced forward. We're going to bring in White as well for Crispum. White has been playing really well. Just outstanding. And now that brings us, you know, a lot of speed back into the... I mean, I don't know why he's been playing so well. His attributes are going down. He doesn't look like a guy who should be playing as well as he is. I mean, his technical ability is not good. Other than 12 passing, it's really not good. You know, he's really a guy who's all about the speed and the physicality. But for whatever reason, he's been playing outstanding in these MLS games. So we'll see if he can give us a spark off the bench. He and the hitman... Brett Kedkodian? Yeah, sure. I just got tired of saying that name, so I renamed him the Hitman. And they have done next to nothing. Here we go, Akechi. Nope. Nope. So, second half, Columbus got their draw, and they're taking the ball, and they're going home, even though they are home. Here we go. Garcia sends one out. We got 15 seconds left. Can we pull out a miracle? White to Akechi. He's got Harris. Nope. Not even Harris is fast enough. That was a mistimed pass right there. If that was DeVries, he probably would have hit him on stride. There we go. 1-1 draw. Pep talk. Not good enough against Columbus. Had a chance to jump into first place with that. Cincinnati rue their missed chances. Yeah. Not going to talk at the press conference. Mop-free Stadium. Okay. We got Philadelphia in 3 days. Do we want to see a second game? I don't know that we need a second game. Philadelphia, then the 2 New Yorks, then Champions League. I think I just want to get straight onto Champions League. I want to, you know, I'm dying to play this Monterey game. So I think we're going to end it here. Shorter episode. I hope that doesn't upset anybody. But I'm itching to play these Champions League games. So we're going to get to that as soon as possible. So we're going to end it here. Till next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.